Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the Daily Vibration. So if you are new to the channel, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. My name is Kamoy and we are doing the Daily Vibration for the 4th month, 9th day. The year is 2021. So let me just tell you guys, we are now day 12 of our level up journey. We have 88 more days left. And what I am finding is that I'm having to tweak some things. Now, the level up list is still the same, but the methods and how I thought I was going to be able to get there, they have changed a little bit, honey. Okay, so just know that you can tweak. Okay, you can tweak as you go. What works for you, it works. If it doesn't, you can go ahead and you can revise it. Okay, not to mention, you guys know Saturday is our actual reflect and revise day. Now there's a purpose for that, right? Because Saturday is actually ruled by Saturn. So Saturn is all about structure and organization, right? So if you get it done in that energy, you can see things flowing a little bit more easier, right? Now, keep in mind, if you're new to the channel, welcome. Returning subscriber, welcome back. I don't remember if I said my name was Kamoy, but I do want to tell you, if you have not clicked on this vibration on the 9th, okay, it is okay if the message resonates and it vibrates. You take what you need and you leave what you do not. All right, so energy is fluid, so you could be going through the same energetic pattern on a different day, honey. So whenever you need the message, if it resonates and it vibrates, you take it. If you don't, you just keep it moving. Okay, I know these videos are not for everybody. You know, I know these videos are not for everybody. I know these podcast series are not for everybody, but there's some people out there that really want to master self and do some self-mastery. So we're going to talk about it today. Today is ruled by Venus because we are actually on Friday. So you guys know Fridays are ruled by Venus, okay? Which is a really good day to tap into self-love. So let's kind of break some of this energy down. We have the sun in Aries, the moon is in Pisces. The moon entered Pisces yesterday afternoon around 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I am, just depending on your location. It could have been a different, time frame. Not to mention yesterday's vibration, I did it in the energy of Pisces because I did not realize that Pisces literally came in like towards the end of the day. So you still had a little bit of that Aquarian energy for the most part in the beginning of the day, right? Now, all of these energies that we talk about, they're archetypes, okay? They're just energetic patterns, okay, that dwell within you that you, my love, ought to master. And if you can find out the patterns and you can find out the codes, guess what? Then you're the code writer. You can rewrite some shit, okay? So with that being said, day 12, let's jump into this, all right? 4th month on the Gregorian calendar year. You guys know the number 4 represents the physical plane, but it is a doing number. Number 4 represents the doing number on the physical plane. Now, when we're talking about doing, we're talking about organization, we're talking about the materialistic realm, we're talking about learning through your experiences, or aka what we would call sacrifices, but or what some people would call sacrifices, but remember, we don't sacrifice anymore. We make changes and decisions, okay? Number 4 also deals with the level of you being able to embrace things. And a lot of people don't do that, okay? Number 1 also taps into you being patient. A lot of people also don't vibrate on their patience. And I keep saying number 1, but I mean number 4, y'all, okay? Number 4 is the physical plane energy, right? But it is a doing number, which means there's going to be some type of action required. This is why the number 4 symbolizes the square. You know, when we talk about the square, we talk about that degree of obstacles in astrology. When something is squared, there's a little bit obstacles in your way, right? So being able to master yourself within this number is key. Number 4 also represents self-alchemy. You're going to have to be able to learn to be practical as well as organized in your choices, okay? Number 4 can also bring in choices, but it's also going to require you to discipline yourself within this energy too, right? Now, what you will find, loves, is that some of these energies, they kind of feed off of each other with, like back and forth with energetic patterns, all right? So let's jump into the number 9, okay? Today is about self-love because we're on Venus Day, but it's self-love and perception. So we're dealing with self-love and your perception of what that means today, right? So when we jump into the number 9, because the number 9 is on the mental plane, right? This is a threefold number, right? So this represents the ambition of the physical realm, the doing, the getting things done, the materialistic aspect of things, right? It represents the responsibility, right, of the mental realm, okay? One of the things that I tell people all the time, especially people close to me, when they ask me, well, you don't know such and such and such and such. No, I don't, because with knowing comes responsibility. So if I don't want responsibility for something, I'm not going to go searching out nobody's business if I don't want any responsibility for that. So with knowing comes responsibility. And yeah, not everything you need to know. Okay. So let's just put it this way. Not everybody's business you need to know. You need to know you. Right? You need to know your business. You need to know your triggers. You need to know why you do the things that you do, but you don't need to know everybody else's stuff, right? Now, keeping in mind, the number 9 comes responsibility, right? On the mental level, your thinking aspect, okay? The number 9 also incorporates being an idolist. So this is your idol, being, I want to say, you're dealing with your idolisms at this point, right? You're dealing with your confidence in spirit at this point, right? So you're dealing with, I want to say, the spirit and the soul aspect of things, and number 9 brings all 3 of those into completion. So the ambition from the physical realm, it brings in the responsibility from mentally preparing and thinking yourself and counting the cost, you know, the planning on the mental realm, the imagination on the mental realm, okay? Now, it also taps into things on the soul realm. So we're talking about positive thinking. We're talking about being creative. We're talking about, using your artistic skills. We're talking about tapping into your spiritual toolbox. We're talking about using divine wisdom, right? So you have the number 9, threefold, which is really the mental plane energy, but it's going to require action. So number 9 is really the threefold number on the mental plane that's requiring you to take some type of action, okay? Because it incorporates all 3 planes within its energy, okay? Now, let me just also say this as we're moving throughout the energy. We got double 2s showing up in the year. We've been talking about this since January. 2s is the gateway to your intuition. And I like to say, when people talk about opportunities only come around once in a lifetime, that's bullshit. Your opportunities is connected to your intuition. If you can pay attention to your intuition, and if you can trust yourself, your intuition is going to lead you to each and every opportunity that will and can work for you. So know that, right? Number 2, right, is the gateway to that realm, that gateway of using your intuition and tapping into your opportunities. You're going to have to learn to trust with the number 2. So if you're not trusting others, okay, but you're going to have to learn to trust yourself, because you can't get to the other side and walk through some stuff if you're not trusting self, okay? So trusting yourself is going to be key, and in some areas it's going to have to trust other people. It's going to do what they are required to do, or what they said they were going to do, right? Now, trusting your instincts is also going to be key as you're moving throughout the number 2 today, okay? I want to say this, and I've been saying this since the double 2 started, all right? You really want to be mindful to stay away from negative energy and negative people as you're moving throughout this year of change, okay? Now, let's jump into the 0 that sits in between the 2s. 0 is all about potential and or choices. So you are the God force energy. It all dwells within you. So you're going to have to stop being the victim, stop thinking about, how people treated you, how people wronged you, right? Because you are the energy, you are the source. So you have potential that you can tap into, and you got choices that you can make, but you can't be happy and sad at the same time, right? So at one point it's going to be bitter. And then at one point that bitterness turns into sweetness. At one point it's going to be sweet, and then it's going to turn a bit. Listen, you can't be happy and sad at the same time. You're going to have to choose which one you want to dwell in, okay? Eventually, one of those emotions or one of those vibrations is going to reign supreme in your experience. So you're going to have to choose, okay? Not leaving the vibration without talking about the number 1 that lands in 2021. Number 1 is all about really divine expression. This is using your verbal communication skills, because it is on the physical realm. So this will be about how you express yourself, first of all, on the physical realm. So we're talking about you being able to embrace things once again, you being able to be patient, right? We also talk about you learning through sacrifices. If you're not understanding that you can literally use the number 0's energy and create and make choices, okay? So number 1 today is creative energy. The question is, what are you creating, right? Because it is the key to our verbal communication skills as expressing the divine. But some people don't express the divine, they oppress the divine. Some people don't tap into the divine energy, they oppress that part of themselves, right? Number 1 is important because that's your creative force energy, right? That's your throat chakra energy. That's that verbal communication skill. So that's speaking things into the atmosphere, okay? So today we're talking about self-love. It is Venus Day. It's Friday, self-love day. But today we're going to talk about self-love from the aspect of your perception. Now, this is important because you really got to get an understanding in order for you to be able to change anything in your life. If you were still perceiving things in the old way and old outcomes, okay, and you have not gotten any change or any signs that things are changing, my love, it is time for you to tap into some self-love and change your perception. Last week, we were dealing with self-love. And what was it? Self-love and reflection. Let me go back. It was the 5th. Last week we were dealing with we were dealing with self-love and gratitude last week. Okay. Now this week we're dealing with self-love and we're dealing with perception. Now let me give you an example of what I mean if you were operating in self-love and how you can really pay attention to your perception. Okay, so if you're the person that's there for everybody else, right? So you're the person that everybody can call, pick up the phone, reach out to when things need to get done, when things need to, be orchestrated. You are that person that they pick up the phone and that they call, right? But you have something scheduled for Friday, your self-love day, okay? Spa day, or meditation, exercise, and whatever it is you have for self-love day that you've implemented, right? And you get the phone call. Now, immediately, right, you got that number 2 energy coming into play, trusting yourself. Don't answer that phone. Girl, don't answer that phone. Don't answer that phone. And you go against yourself and you answer your phone, and then you change your plans that you had orchestrated for yourself today on self-love day, right? And you do exactly what your spirit asked you not to do, which was not answer the phone, and then canceled your own plans for the day. And then by the end of the day, you feel depleted, you feel used, you feel taken advantage of, you feel like, you're just giving all of your energy away. Part of self-love is knowing when it is okay not to answer a phone call. It is okay that if you have scheduled that you are going to get a manicure and pedicure and somebody calls with a crisis, that they can actually resolve themselves without you having to be involved. Do you know that if you go against what you have set aside for yourself, to pay attention to yourself today, to rest in your beauty and your glory and your sovereignty today, right? Do you know if you have not changed your perception that you need to be there for everybody else before you're there for yourself, then you're going to have a problem. Change your perception and how self-love is done. Change your perception and how you honoring yourself. A lot of times we honor ourselves by what we can do for others, okay, but not what we can do for ourselves. We don't honor ourselves. We honor ourselves by how available we are as a mother, how good we are as a friend, how solid we are on the workforce, how good we are as a team player, right? Do you ever turn in and look at how you perceive yourself in a loving relationship? Let's look at how you perceive yourself in love. Let's look at how you love yourself today. Let's look at what the perception of self-love is for you. Is your perception of self-love putting yourself last in everything? Is your perception of self-love giving up what you've orchestrated for you to do for yourself today just so somebody else can be happy when you know good and well that person is not doing what's needed to maintain and level up on their own? It's your choice, right? So as you're moving throughout the day and you tapping into self-love, check into some perception and how you view love and how others view love, and based on their view, how you operate within that love. Okay, get a better perception of what self-love truly means to you, and maybe how you can create your spirit's ritual, okay, your spiritual walk, create your spirit's ritual, right, on self-love. Practice that today. It's Venus Day, y'all. It's Friday. Fridays is ruled by Venus. Okay, and Friday also vibrates on the number 9. So there you go, threefold. Ambition, responsibility, as well as confidence. Okay? All right, my loves. I'm going to see you guys in tomorrow's Daily Vibration. Don't forget the lives are coming next Wednesday and next Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Do something kind for yourself. Love yourself. Honor yourself. And I'm going to see you guys in tomorrow's Daily Vibration. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, guys. Bye.